one, by default there were two columns. So for that reason, the data, by default there are two columns in the page block section. So for that reason, the data was getting into the first column and second column was blank. Have you ever created column in Microsoft Word? If you insert two columns here, if I make it two columns, then what will happen? Whatever I enter will get entered into the first column, right? And the second column will remain blank. Okay. So what we wanted to do, we did not want to keep the second column blank. So this area we did not want to keep blank. Okay. For that reason, what we did, we changed it and made it only one single column. So that is what we did there. Got it?
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
So by default, there are two columns. If you don't mention anything in the column, it will be two columns there. Alright, so now coming back to my next page, where I will create a page with tabs. Controller account. Okay, for getting tabs, first thing you have to do is get a tab panel. What is tab panel? Tab panel is, see, these are all tabs, no? So these tabs are sitting on this bench, right? The panel. So first of all, you'll have to create the bench where all these tabs can sit. So under tab panel, you can create the tabs. So for tab, you can give a label, details of dot name. Related list equals false. So see, one tab got created. Same way I can create more tabs. Let me create one more tab for contacts. For tab, the attribute is label, it's not title. So label on the tab. The function is more like a title only, but it's called label. Let me copy the same thing for opportunities and cases. So this can be okay. So we have created 4 different tabs now. First one has a label: details of account, contacts of account, opportunities of account, and cases of account. Now, what I realize, you feel that okay, fine, all these tabs have just taken this much of the space. Okay, you want to make these tabs a little longer. So you have the option of putting a label width to the tab. 250 pixel. To increase or decrease the label of a tab. Okay, so making the tabs a little bigger. Put the record ID there. Okay, now you see the data display is in form of tabs. So you can switch from one tab to other tab to see the details. Right. So the previous page that we created and this page, both of them are displaying similar kind of data. Right. But the way of displaying is different. So it depends on your requirement of the client or requirement of your end users, whether they want to see it in tabs or they want to see it as a long page or they want to see it in the form of those collapsible sections. Which one works good for them? Fine. Only small thing that you need to do here. Do you notice one thing that once I click on a tab, it takes a bit of time to refresh, right? Because the complete page is getting reloaded. So usually what happens once you switch from one tab to the other tab, the full page is getting reloaded, right? So we have an option of doing a partial update rather than the complete page getting refreshed. We can just do a partial update. Partial update means just update the tab section, not the complete page. That will make the page a little fast. Okay. Some of the websites you must have noticed, I mean, even for a small change, the complete website gets reloaded and that takes a lot of time. Okay. So the better idea is that rest of the things can remain same. I can just update that partial part of the tab, right? So for that, what you have to do, you just have to come to the tab panel and say switch type equals Ajax. The switching between tabs equals Ajax. So this will only do the partial update and your page will become a little fast. Now when you go to contacts, see the full page load is not happening. The other page is intact where it is. Only change is happening on the tab part. Got this? Clear on this? All of you? Okay, so we have created a few pages today.